What's up everybody? Welcome back to the Soul Break. Thanks for stopping by my channel. So in my previous video, I told you guys how I was really salty about not being able to pick up this pair, and these are the Air Jordan 4 in the Tech Gray colorway. But I was really lucky because, like a couple days ago, like a local Foot Locker released these in the store, and as soon as I saw the release info, I thought about going over to the store, but then like it was like an hour-long drive from where I was, so I didn't want to really take the risk because my size is like kind of like the cutoff line where like even resellers and a lot of basketball fans like buy shoes. So there's a high chance that my size would sell out within that hour. So I kind of gave up and just went home. But like on my way home from my office, I got a text message from like one of the Nike stores in my home country, and lo and behold, I actually copped a W on a raffle. So I was so glad that that I was able to win a pair for retail, and that I did not go through all that trouble of driving over there for an hour not knowing if I'll be able to secure a pair. But anyways, I finally have this pair in hand. I'm so excited to put this review out for you guys because I believe this has not yet released in a lot of regions overseas. I think like the US release date is set for like July 3rd, which should be tomorrow. So yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys this shoe, which actually is a huge banger of a shoe. I think this is probably one of the best Jordan 4s to release in I guess like the last maybe like 2 years or so. I think we had like the Bread 4s in 2019, so that, or was it 2019 or 2018? I don't know. But anyways, that was like a killer shoe. After that, we obviously had the Fired 4s. And I would say like that's probably one of the best shoes, best Jordan 4s to release in the recent years. But we had like the Taupe Haze and the University Blues in the recent months, but I still think this is probably like the cleaner pair in my opinion. I mean, the colorway is just fresh and so clean. I'm a little disappointed that we weren't able to get the white cements, which turn out to be just like golf shoes. But I mean, I think golf shoes are cool. I actually thought about copying them because I'm into playing golf these days. But it is what it is, and I still think Jordan Brand really knocked this one out of the park. So, as the colorway of the shoe suggests, like the overall upper of the shoe is primarily white, and you got some specks of gray here. So, this shoe is constructed using this kind of like tumbled, textured white leather. And I would say the leather is quite smooth, and I think it feels a bit smoother compared to what we've seen on the Fire Red 4s, because I'm not too impressed about the leather on that pair. It's just that it's such a classic colorway and it's such a classic silhouette that I really dig that pair, and I actually doubled up on it. But the leather quality on this is I think it's a lot smoother and more plush to the touch. And as you can see, you've got that white, netting here, and underneath that you got that crisp white mesh material for perforation. And I guess this netting should like yellow over time actually pretty quickly, but I don't mind it. Just shoes are just supposed to be worn, and there's really no way of keeping these like this white unless you just like seal them in like an airtight bag and then just like keep them in the dark. But that's not doing the shoes justice. So yeah, and on the side you also have that huge white plastic piece for the lace holder, and for the actual lace holder you've got that kind of like waffle shaped plastic material with the cement print on it. And I guess that's probably why this gets like the kind of the white Oreo nickname, because it does have some like the cement print here and there, reminding us of the the black Oreo pair. I guess I'm not entirely sure about the history of the Jordan 4s, but that's at least what I've found online. So yeah, and then that white tumbled leather extends all the way to the front of the shoe here, as on the toe cap you can also see that tumbled texture here. And as you can see, it's got some give as I press down on it with my thumb. And then the toe box is the same material, and I think the toe box is really nicely shaped for some reason. It's the shape of the toe is quite satisfactory. I really dig this, and obviously it doesn't have any perforation holes because that's typical of Jordan 4s. And then as we move towards the upper of the shoe, you got more of that plastic netting here on the tongue with the mesh material underneath it, and then you got these choked up ass cotton laces, white cotton laces, factory laced all the way up to the top on the shoe. And then the eye stay is also that tumble texture leather. And then what's interesting is that you got a full, well padded tumble leather tongue. And then instead of that having that, Flight Air nylon tab, you got that Jordan Jumpman embroidered in red. And I think, I personally like the Flight Air tab because it's got that kind of like classic look, really kind of that vintage retro vibe to it. But I think they did a really good job of going with this aesthetic decision because it does make the shoe look more crisp and just clean overall. I mean, this thing is just pure ice. I mean, it's just cold. And I think Jordan Brand did a really, really good job of, putting all of the shoe together. And speaking of which, I think they did a really good job of the inner of the shoe where, they've used this kind of like shiny, white, I don't want to say mesh, but it's definitely not satin. It's sort of this kind of like synthetic material that's really shiny and kind of silver and gray. And what I like about this is that when you wear this with your socks on, it won't have those like dust balls or like lints like sticking onto the shoe. Because I wear my Fire Red 4s quite often, and it's got that kind of white cotton material inside it. And it attracts a lot of the lint and the from the socks. So it's I don't really mind it because nobody's gonna like look into my shoes, but it does look kind of dirty. And I think this would offer a better overall look when you start wearing this pair. And then on the back of the shoe, the back of the tongue, which is well padded, as you can see, it's really thick. You got that Air Jordan tab upside down, with the red letters. And then on the inside of the shoe, you've got that, I would say, white insole with a red Jumpman logo printed onto the insole. So that's really clean as well. And then on the back of the shoe, instead of having that kind of like plastic heel tab, you've got that leather, white tumble leather heel tab here. And I guess this should be better for your ankles because when you wear the Jordan 4s with short socks, this plastic material is usually going to like cut through your Achilles. But I guess the leather would offer a bit smoother and a better experience when you're wearing it with shorter socks. Obviously, I'm just gonna wear them with like I usually wear my Jordan 4s with my long socks, but you get what I mean. You can just kind of like wear some crew socks with these if you wish in the summer. And then on the back, on the heel counter, you got that Jordan Jumpman logo in this like gray plastic material with the stitching outlining the logo itself. And what's interesting is that obviously this shoe is not in like an OG colorway, so it's not going to get that OG treatment with the Nike Air logo. And a lot of people kind of dig that, and I prefer the Nike Air logo on the back of the Jordan 4s, and for that matter, any like kind of like Jordan 3 or Jordan 5. But I still think Jordan Brand did a good job of picking, keeping the Jordan Jumpman on this particular model because overall this is such a clean shoe, and I think it's a good idea to keep things simple and just to keep that kind of like muted Jumpman logo on the back instead of having all that like Nike Air text go across the crisp white heel counter. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I think it would have been really nice if Jordan Brand actually went the extra mile to do that, but there's no reason for them to do it, and I think this is just fine as it is. So yeah, that's really cool. And the medial side is basically the same deal. Um, the reason why I show you guys these like close-ups is because most of the times I get my pairs from, the official Nike website or Nike authorized dealers, and rarely like some like resale platforms that are quite prominent in my home country. So if you guys have some like pairs that you're not really sure about the authenticity, you might want to like check out my videos and kind of like compare it to your pairs, because I show you all these like close-up shots, and it should be a really good reference point for you guys to check with an actual like a authentic pair. I don't do like weird like early pairs or like backdoor stuff. So yeah, this is the real deal. Um, anyways, moving back to the shoe, on the midsole, you've got that really nice looking cement print here with the black speckles for the midsole, and then you got that air bubble unit, the visible air bubble unit on the back. Also very clean, and then you got some white rubber material here on the middle, and then you got more of that kind of like splattered black print for the cement effect here. And then moving to the outsole, man, the outsole is just, it's cold. It is cold. It's that coke white outsole with the typical Air Jordan 4 traction pad, like the herringbone traction. And on the tip of the shoe, you got that tech gray outsole with the stars all across them. And on the middle, which I think this is a really cool detail, they decided to put a red Jumpman logo all in the middle of the shoe, and I think that just really sets it off. Although you're not going to be able to see them when you wear them, but it's just a cool detail. I mean, they did a really good job of putting this together, and I mean, I really appreciate this pair. And the other side of the shoe is the same deal. And yeah, I mean, damn, this again, this is one of the best colorways to release. Obviously, I would have much preferred if they, Jordan Brand just kind of like stuck with the rumors and just released the white cement fours, because I'm honestly gonna like triple up on that sneakers if they ever retro again in the coming years. But to be honest, they'll be back in like a couple of years. I would say maybe like 2 or 3 years max. I think it's about time that they do a re-release of that shoe. So yeah, I can just wait patiently. One thing that I do want to mention though is that I'd much rather choose the white cements and the pure monies over this pair. Don't get me wrong, this is a really cool sneaker. It's just that if I had to make, a list of priorities, I would probably rank this like a third out of the 3 models that I've just mentioned. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. Jordan 4s don't really do well with my feet. I actually bought a stretching tool today, and I kind of put them in my Fire Red 4s in my room. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to kind of like stretch out the toe box sideways as well as the top of the thing, because I kind of want to like wear the true to size. It's just that, man, my left shoe is kind of killing me. So I've put away my Jordan 4s for some time now, but I'm just trying to kind of bring them out again since it's like the summertime. So the only solution I can find is kind of using that stretching tool and try to deal with the leather situation. So let's just see how it turns out, and then I'll probably decide what I'm going to do with this pair, because honestly I really want to keep this pair. It's just that I don't want to keep it on ice and not wear them. I want to rock these, but I just want to make sure that the stretching tool works out so that I can rock these without killing my pinky toe and my big toe at the same time. So yeah, so speaking of sizing, I would recommend you go at least half the size up. I went true to size. I think it was a mistake, but I don't mind it because I kind of had this really weird like obsession of keeping all my sizes uniform, and which has worked out for me quite well. It's just that I think the Jordan 4s aren't built for my feet. So yeah, I would recommend definitely going half the size up normally. And if you have wide feet, and once again, if you have wide feet, you have wide feet. So if you have wide feet, please go like a full size up and you won't regret it. But that's basically my sizing tip for the Jordan 4. Wearability wise, I mean, if you can't pull these off with your outfit, you really shouldn't be wearing Jordans at all, man. This is just a white sneaker. Probably one of the easiest silhouettes to pull off because it's like a mid cut and it's all white and gray. And it should go pretty much well with anything you wear, especially in the summer. So yeah, that's wearability wise, there's no problem. A1. And then resale wise, I'm not really sure. This is a pretty general release, so I think there are a lot of pairs going around, and that's why I was quite salty because it shouldn't really have been like that difficult for me to cop these, but I mean, I guess had to get really lucky to buy them, but I mean, whatever. But anyways, I think the resale price is kind of stupid right now. I mean, this is a cool shoe. It's a really clean sneaker, but I wouldn't pay anything over like maybe $50 over retail. But right now, I think it's something around like 80 to $100, which isn't too bad considering that this is such a cool design. So if you don't own a pair of Jordan 4s and you really want to, try out a cool colorway, this might be a good pair to pull that trigger on. I mean, this is not a consolation prize to the white cements. The white cements will be returning, and yeah, this is just a completely different shoe, even though it's all white and stuff. So yeah, I think this should be a pretty good one to pick up for resale. I personally won't do it because I have way too many shoes, but it is what it is. But anyways, yeah, that's it for today. I'm really excited that I was able to get this review to get to you guys before the release in the US. So I hope this video helps you guys out in terms of making your purchase decision, whether it be retail or resale. So yeah, that's basically it for today. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please hit that subscribe button. I'm sorry this video ran too long. I think I talked too much, but I'll be back with more content really soon. Hopefully I'll be able to pick up some more interesting sneakers in the near future. Anyways, stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching.